Welcome to Be Extraordinary. I am your host, J.L. Harris. Today we have with us Cornell Kirkland, who is an up-and-coming gospel soul artist. He has a voice that is sultry and gritty as Anthony Hamilton or Otis Redding, but he has a message of Jesus Christ. Welcome, Cornell Kirkland. Hi, Cornell. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. How are you?
Good. Can you please tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and how you got started singing?
Okay. Cornell Kirkland. I'm originally from a small city by the name of Savannah, Georgia, which is just south of Augusta and just north of Savannah. So we're kind of in the middle of everything. I've been singing since about the age of 6. I came from one of those families where, you know, they would just put you in the kitchen and say, all right, sing. So, very musical background as far as family is concerned. We were just one of those families that basically would sit around and just sing. My mom has 9 brothers and sisters. My dad has 9 brothers and sisters. So 18 aunts and uncles and a host of cousins. So music was just one of those things that we just always did around the house and everything. So
okay. Can you Cornell has this CD, a new single out. Can you please tell us more about that single?
God Bless This Love. God Bless This Love is a song that was written and produced by a young man by the name of Melvin Williams. He's from the Waynesboro area, which is just below Augusta. This dude is phenomenal. He's phenomenal. And I just met him not too long ago, and he decided to come up with this idea to gather a whole bunch of talent together and just kind of display their gifts and talents. And the name of the album is called Conversations. And he chose God Bless This Love to be the first single. He wrote the song for his wife. And if that says anything, he decided one day, he said that he knew he loved his wife and he loved her in a great way, but he wanted to find a deeper love. So he sat down and he wrote the song that you hear now. And to me, I think it's definitely one of the most, I don't know, just heartfelt songs that are out there right now. So,
you have this thing on your fan page called Vocal Transparency. Can you please tell our audience more what vocal transparency is?
Vocal transparency is something that I actually came up with. When I say vocal transparency, it basically means when I sing, it gives me the opportunity for you to see exactly how I feel. Sometimes I can't express how I feel in words. Sometimes I can't express the way I feel written down. So whenever I do sing, I feel as though this is my opportunity to be transparent. The vein in which I go in most of the times will be through singing. So vocal transparency was just one of those things when I sat down one day and was just praying and thought about some stuff. It just kind of came to being able to see my heart through my music.
As you mentioned before, we know each other from Valdosta State University, and we were both in VSU Mass Choir. How much of an influence did the mass choir and being at VSU, and of course you pledged the wrong fraternity, but anyway, he's an alpha, but anyway, Z5 through 5 all day.
What?
Okay, but how much of that has influenced your music?
Tremendously. Like I said, we started off in VSU Mass back in 1995, if I'm not mistaken. So it's been some years. We fine, we good.
Okay.
So AC Braswell. The little baby Kirk Franklin, as we used to call him. AC and VSU Mass was like a tremendous just place in my life, because at that time we were freshmen in college. And I think I was explaining this to you one time before. Even in college, I really felt uncomfortable. I never felt as though I really fit in unless I was singing. So VSU Mass was just kind of like that avenue that I needed in order to be open, in order to be myself, in order to meet great people, and just to grow. So I'll forever be indebted not only to Valdosta State University, but to VSU Mass, to AC Braswell, and to everybody that's ever come through VSU Mass. I love you guys with all of my heart, and everything that I do, please believe that as I walk, you guys will be right along with me. So.
Well, the title of the show, and it comes from a segment on my blog called Extraordinary Fridays, and the title of the show is Be Extraordinary. And one of the questions I usually ask people who are just doing a paper interview is, what would you tell somebody who has made mistakes and they have fallen? How would you encourage them to get back up and keep pursuing their dreams?
That's an easy answer for me. in being transparent and in being me. I know that if it wasn't for God's love and for his grace and mercy, I wouldn't be here today. It's nothing for you to be ashamed about. We all are going to make mistakes. We're all going to fall down. But you have to understand that God loves you in spite of. It's up to you to get back up and to keep pressing and to keep pushing. So in being extraordinary, I think the most extraordinary people are not the ones that are perfect. They're not the ones who get it right all the time. They're actually the people who make mistakes and learn from them. So in being extraordinary, just always be you. Always put God first. One of the things that I always say to God is, God, grab a hold of me and don't let go, no matter what. So in being extraordinary, just be who you are. Just be who you are. Be who God made you. You don't have to try to fit into anybody's vein or anything of that nature. Just be you. Be extraordinary.
With that said, I would like to say thank you. Thank you so much for Pernell, who came out to do this. He came all the way from Social Circle, Georgia.
Social Circle.
We're in Dallas, Georgia, and if you know what that is, that's like on the other side of the world from here.
On the other side of through, as the gospel saints will say. Yeah.
The purpose of Be Extraordinary is to encourage people who are living ordinary lives and just feel like they're ordinary selves to do something extraordinary, to be extraordinary to someone. You don't have to be a superstar. You don't have to be a rock star to be extraordinary. So I encourage each and every one of you who are watching this out in the world to be blessed and be extraordinary.